Learning objective C is going to have us actually find the maximum and minimum turns on our graphs. So let's just identify first what's called the local max and local min. It basically means if you look at just a snapshot of this graph, if you were to look at where there is a turning point, again, imagine we're driving on the car and we ended up turning right here. Is that turning point a high point or a low point of that part of the graph? If you almost imagine zooming in on that point, you can tell it's the high point. That's why that's called a local max. If you keep traveling, again, we have another turn take place. This turn happened right there. Was that turn at a low or high point? Again, if you zoom in, you can see it's at a low point. It's called a local maximum. We can easily find these using the graphing calculator. Let me show you how. I want to look at this example and just show you how to find the local minimum. Again, we have the knowledge to find the x-intercepts or the zeros, and you'll be able to find the maximum shortly. So what I'm going to do is just go over to the graphing calculator. We're going to hit the y equals button, and then up here we're going to type in the equation. This is the equation here we typed. Now, depending what the window is set at your calculator, either just hit the graph button right up front. If you need to reset your window, go to Zoom and hit number 6, which is Zoom Standard, and you will get this graph right here. Now, you have to be able to find, again, the actual minimums that we want. If I look at this, let's just find all the minimums, the mins. On this graph, I see that there's 3 turning points. It's a 4th degree polynomial, so there's 3 turning points. If we travel, we can actually see the turning points. Again, here we go. There's 1, 2, 3. Each of those 3 turning points is either a local max or min. Hopefully you can notice this is a min and that's a min. So if this was in homework, I would have to find 2 separate answers. I'm just going to show you how to find this local minimum. What you're going to do is go to the graphing calculator when you're in your picture, and you're going to go to this calculate again. So to get to it, notice it's blue, so is the second button. So hit second, trace, or calculate. You'll get this screen here. What you need to do is choose which one you want to find. I want to find the minimum, so I hit number 3. You're going to default to this screen. It's going to say left bound. So I know the minimum I want to find is this one right here. So I need to go to the left of it. So I go anywhere over here in the region to the left. After I'm to the left of it, I hit enter. Then the screen will say, we'll go to the right of it. How right bound are you? Again, there's my minimum, so I'm going to go over to the right. Anywhere in this region is fine. Hit enter. Then it'll prompt me and say, do you want me to guess? And all you have to do is notice the region. It's going to search somewhere in this gridded region for the lowest point. Hit enter. When you do, the dot actually lands right at the minimum, and it gives you the ordered pair right here. So I would list this ordered pair. If I rounded, let's say, to 2 decimal places, it's at negative 0.79, negative 7 point, this would actually round to 50, would be the ordered pair of the minimum. Let's look at a second example, but this time find the maximum. It works exactly the same way. Again, this one example here is a 3rd degree polynomial, which has at most 2 turns. If we travel on it, we're going to see 1 turn, 2 turns. One of those turns is a max and one's a min. That's a maximum, that's a minimum. Let's focus on finding the maximum. So I'm going to type this equation, hit y equals, and type it in the graphing calc. Assuming my window's already in standard view, hit graph. When I do that, I will get this picture in front of us. I identify that that's the maximum. So again, I need to go to second, trace, or second, calc, to get this screen right here. I'm going to check the maximum, number 4. It's going to prompt me like it did for the minimum. Go to the left of it. This is my max, so to the left of it is somewhere in this region. Click anywhere in there and hit enter. Then it's going to ask you to go to the right of it. Here it is. Go to the right anywhere in this region and hit enter. It's going to ask me, do you want me to guess? It's going to show you it's going to go within this region, and it's going to land at the highest point. Hit enter. Here it's going to tell me this is the maximum right there at this ordered pair. Now be very careful. This x value is in scientific notation. What this means is 4.78. You have to move the 0 7 places to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is going to get you 6 zeros in front of it. So really, this x-intercept right there is 0.000000478. It's really approximately 0. So I would say that that maximum point happens at the ordered pair 0, -1. Again, you want to be very cautious when you read from this graphing calculator. E to any negative power is scientific notation, and you move the decimal place to the left how many that is. Do not give me this number written like that.